Afternoon all, back on a wild camp today. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. Bob, Steve, Mark from Mark Outdoors, and John. The size of John's pack. You've got to get that up a massive hill now.
John's packed for the Himalayas. In case he gets dehydrated, he's got 10 1-pint cans of lager.
The weather's quite cool actually, there's a bit of a breeze blowing, so we're right in the bottom of the valley at the minute, so by the time we get up the top, it's going to be a lot cooler. So I brought my tent, I didn't go with the tartan bivvy today. So we're going to take a turn off here and head up and find the track. Right, we've just turned off the road and onto the first track. It's only a short walk, it's about 3 miles, but we're heading to the top of an old, I think it's an Iron Age hill fort, just past the village, or I think it is a class of the village, or the hamlet of Hownham. So it's going to be a steep walk, but short. So had a few drops of rain there a few minutes ago, but they've stopped, so hopefully that's all the rain we're going to see. Right, let's get up this hill. Right, we don't spend a lot of time in this part of the Cheviots, but as you can see, there's some lovely looking hills around. That's actually, well, it is Scotland, we're in Scotland now, but I don't know the names of these at the minute looking at them, but we'll have a look when we get higher up. Probably will start to recognise them. Good old climb this. Right, just having a quick check to make sure we're heading in the right direction. Getting really windy now, so there'll be no drone flying today, I don't think. I nearly brought me tartan bivvy. I'm so glad I didn't, because the wind's due to change direction in the middle of the night, and it wouldn't be ideal for the tarp in the position, in the setting that I normally have, like an open front, so tent is the best idea. Change of plan here, like. I've gone the wrong way, Mark. I've gone the wrong way.
I'm the madman.
Go on, Bob. Watch them dodgy knees. Just knock the rock off, but I'll put it back over. Put it back on when I get over. Right, it's my turn. There you go. The rock's put back. Leave no trace. Just over there, look, that's another Iron Age hill fort. I think that's Hownham Law. That looks an interesting place to visit at some point. I have seen it in the past when I've been walking in these hills over here. It's somewhere over there's Windy Gale, etc. We'll see when we get further up. So we're heading for this green strip across the field in front of us. Mark will keep us on the right track, I'm sure. Ooh. My pack's 18.5 kilos today, and I've got to say it's quite a struggle carrying it up here today, but hopefully not too much longer. I've probably got about 1.75 miles, 2 miles left. It doesn't look too steep from what I can see, but never know what's over the next brow of a hill. That heather in front of us looks in full bloom, lovely shade of purple. Very nice. Yeah, mate, sells your jawbone. Right, Mark's just spied our destination, and that is it. There, that hill fort, you can just see the kind of profile of it, the ring, etc. Look at all that purple heather in the background as well. So I think we're just going to go up here and along this kind of ridge, and we shall be there. Right, there's that hill fort straight in front of us. Hopefully you can make it out on GoPro. It's quite a significant structure. It must have took some doing back in the day with no tools, etc. The wind is really strong now, so it's going to be tough setting the tents up. I'll definitely not be getting the drone out tonight unless it drops off significantly. And just see, just behind us there before we drop over this bridge, there's Cheviot and Braden Crags. It's quite disorientating looking at the hills from the side that you've looked at them for like 40 odd years. But not long and we'll be at our destination. There's the lads just heading into the fort now. It's the front door, the back door, I'm not sure. What a life it must have been back in the day, having to defend in one of these hill forts. Not sure of all of the history of it, etc. But I'll maybe look it up when I get home. Right, that's us officially inside the fort. It's a ramparts all around us. I think that's Shill over there, with a little pimple on the top. Right, just gonna look around and find a pitch. I'm so glad I didn't bring the tartan bivvy because it's really strong wind. There's Bob, I'm a bit stumble there. Looking good, Mark.
Absolutely fantastic, isn't it?
Shame about the wind, but
it is, but I think we're going to be sheltered from that, the wind on that side.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a bit over the top, but
yeah.
It's like it's all night, but it's a nice fort. Look at the size of the wall around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glad I brought me tent and not me tartan bivvy.
Aye, so am I.
Just looking over the edge there, Heather Hope Reservoirs just came into view. You can't really see it from here, it's just a little bit around the corner, but if you look down there, you can just see the dam. So we're going to head back into the fort because it's a little bit windy out here. So I'm going to get up here and see if we can find that nice sheltered spot. Right, the lads are just over there. I've just come back inside and I'm going to camp right there. Looks a nice flat spot. And it's just down enough just to keep out the wind. So let's get this tent set up. Right, that's me eventually pitched. With my big Agnes copper spur HVUL2. So the third or fourth time I've used it. Just got to get all my kit inside it now. I've actually got the kind of matching big Agnes backpack. I forget what it's called. It's the Parkview 63. Comes with this trash can, which is absolutely perfect for carrying cans of drink, etc. on the outside of your bag. So if they burst, they're not going to spill everywhere and wet all your gear. It's actually meant to be a bin, like you say, a trash can, but does the job perfectly for me. So let's get the gear inside. Right, I've just got my Alpkit Numo airbed set up. And new for this camp, I've got my big Agnes, I think it's called a King's Canyon quilt. Never used it before, but it's not going to be a cold night, so I'll give it a try. So let's get it unpacked and get my pillow out as well, get that sorted. Right, that's it. So there's a big Agnes King's Canyon UL Prima Loft quilt. It actually has these little fastenings on here, which you can make it into like a sleeping bag if you want. And you also get these things that stick to your air mat, so you can attach it to your air mat. But I'll not bother with that. I'll just use it as a quilt and see how it goes. But these things you have for putting your hands in, and you can draw string around the top to pull it tight if it does get a bit cold in the night. So we'll see how it goes tonight in its first outing. Right, that's me eventually set up. I struggled a little bit in the wind today, but it's done and dusted. So wind keeps coming and going. There's actually a bit of a shower before, but did just get a red alert for an aurora chance tonight. But looking at the clouds around, I can't see us seeing anything. But fingers crossed, you never know, the wind may blow the clouds away. Another bit news I've had: Newcastle have just beat Southampton 1-0, so great start to the season. But, oh, the bad news as well. Canopy I burst in my bag, but fortunately I had it stored on the outside, so the only thing that got wet was the outside my bag and my chair. But anyway, we'll go and see how the lads are getting on, see if they're all pitched now. Just looking at my tent there, actually it probably could do with tightening up a bit. It's looking a bit floppy in the breeze. I've got my stuff that got soaked up when the can burst. It's drying on the outside. I just feel a few spots of rain again now, so I'm going to head over and see how the lads are doing. Just over the crest of the hill here. Well, the walls of the fort. There's Bob, he's Durston mid one, and John and his what's yours called again? Oh, MSR 2R2. And there's Steve and his OAX. Oh, let's get down this hill without having an accident. What's your tent, Steve? Alright. Why are you doing your cooking there already? You must be hungry, are you? Oh yeah, OAX Fox 2. Is it alright?
Just the second time I've used it, it's a bit low.
That looks alright, looks alright. Nice little tent. John's is absolutely massive. It's huge. 2-person cycle touring tent. I've got the 1-person version of it, but I've never used it for a long time now. I used it on my first ever wild camp. And Bob's is a trekking pole tent, so we're just gonna get our seats set up in our social area here in the shelter of the wind. Go and see Mark and hear this. Right, back over the wall. That's my tent. The other voices over here. Mark's all set up on the other side of the fort. Quite a trek actually. I wonder what kind of stuff was in here. Would it be wooden buildings? I've got no idea. Is Mark all set up?
Eh?
Mark all set up?
Aye, aye. Just had a quick sleep in there.
I'll go and see how he's doing.
Oh, he's alright. Really enough.
Oh, he's got his new tent. He's got his Kui, I think it's a Storm Star. Lovely looking tent there, mind. Very sturdy. I think Donovan Senior's got one. Lee Hogarth, he's got one as well. Bobby Dazzler, that mind. That's some size that as well, yeah. It's got to be 2-person. Looking cosy in there, Mark?
Yep, set up anywhere.
Looking very good. It's a lush tent, that means. I love the cut.
It's low profile, which is a bit different than normal, but
Yeah.
massive, loads of storage, got some, like yours, American, so it's got some nice little bits about it.
You must have had Mary Poppins' bag with you, did you? The amount of stuff that's come out of that little
Not
bag.
as bad as yours, mine, is it? But no, I'm happy with the second time using it, so I getting used to it.
It's looking lovely.
not hard to pitch,
It's a nice looking tent, yeah.
Very nice.
Well, we're just over the edge there, in the social area.
Get me wine, which was me sack of wine,
Ah.
and another sack of wine, and come and see you.
Oh man, I can't be burst in my bag.
No,
40 hours on the outside, so all the outside stuff's wet,
you've
but...
got that trash can there.
Exactly, hi, yeah. Right, see you shortly.
See ya.
Just a quick correction there, I did say it was the Storm Star, it's actually the Mountain Star 2-person tent. Lovely. Right, let's get back across. I'm going to tighten my tent up a bit and then sit down and relax. See you shortly. My tent's looking quite cosy, just nestled in behind that wall. It's flapping around a little bit, so I'll quickly tighten it up. Right, couldn't be bothered to cook tonight, so I've got some flatbreads with tandoori chicken, brie and garlic sauce. Delicious.
Let's have a look on the pole. So
Steve's had his burgers, Bob's having his protein bagels, John's having a beer, and Mark's having some Percy pigs.
Goes on in cans around it, so
Healthy us.
everything you put from the centre to the left keeps it on anyway.
Cheers. Right, Steve is going to have his first go at the flat can challenge. You feeling confident? Go on then. Ooh, that's looking good. That cut's not coming out the side of his boot. Oh, how many is that? Bob, scorer?
Probably a 1.
I reckon about a 5 or a 4. Like
Really?
But,
I think you're being kind.
We're going 4.5. Split the difference. 4.5. You hadn't finished it, mind. It's all running out.
That's only it.
Right, 4.5. 4.5.
Your minus first attempt run.
Right, unfortunately the weather has taken a turn for the worse. It's been absolutely lashing down, it's blowing a gale and the wind chill is really cold. So unfortunately I brought a down jacket, so I'm not too cold at the moment. But we're now tent bound, so I'm going to take the opportunity to do a review of this camping lantern that's been sent to me by a company called Trustfire. It's a Trustfire C2 camping lantern. It comes in this nice velvet pouch, which is great for putting in your backpack. A charging cable in there. There you go, that's the cable. And that is the lantern itself, which has a hanging loop which I can hang from the top of my tent here. It's also a power bank. If you look in the bottom here, open this latch, you've got in there USB ports so you can charge your phone or your camera or whatever you need to charge, and it's also got the charging port in there. If I give the top button one quick press, the lights come on and it tells you how much power this has got. I just charged it yesterday, so it's fully charged. And if I give this a longer press, it gives you the first light, which is the low light setting. I'm just going to turn the light off on the camera so you can see. That is the low light setting, and if you dial the knob on the top, it can go brighter or darker depending on what you wish. If you press the button again, it goes into the bright setting, and again turn the dial on the top and it goes brighter or darker. It's an extremely bright light, as you can see. And if I press it once more, it goes on to a red light, which is, I guess, a little bit more less conspicuous if you're in your tent, you just want to read a book or something like that. If you press it again, it goes on to an emergency mode. So if you're having an issue and you've got mountain rescue coming to find you, they will see this from a long way off. And again, you can turn the brightness right up to full if you wish, or turn it down darker. So I'll just turn it off for now. I'll turn the light back on the camera. If I can find the switch. Right, it's got this nice handy hanging loop. So what I can do with that, hang it from the top of my tent. And also on the bottom, it's got a magnet. So if I was working on my car, for example, I could actually attach it to the side of the car if I was like caught on the road in the dark in the middle of the night and solve whatever problem is. You also see it's got a thread on there, which is a standard thread for any kind of tripod mount. So I could, if I wanted to, stick it onto my tripod. So it's a very handy light. It weighs 249 grams, and these are the instructions that come with it. A lot of information to go through there, which I'm not going to go through on this video, but what I'll do, I'll put something up on the screen in my video so you can actually see it, how long the battery lasts, etc., on all of the various different modes. But it's a nice little lantern, so thank you very much to Trustfire for sending this, and I'm going to try it out tonight now that I'm unfortunately tent bound, and I'll give you a look around the tent once it's hanging up and we'll see how bright it makes it. See you shortly. Right, so there's the light hanging from the top of my tent. It's very bright, as you can see, and it would be great in here for reading a book, etc. What I'm going to do in a moment, I'm just going to wait for the wind to die down a little bit. I'm going to get outside and see how much it illuminates the tent, because I do like those shots of tents in the dark when they're illuminated from the inside. So I'm going to go and brave the weather now and see what it looks like from the outside. Bring you back in a flash. Right, there you go, that's the view from outside my tent, which is the Big Agnes Copper Spur HVUL2. Illuminated by my Trustfire C2 camping lantern, which you can see is extremely bright. Got to be careful I don't fall down any holes here as I walk around. But that's my home for the night. We've had a slight reprieve at the minute from the rain, but no doubt it's going to be due back very soon. Right, that's me back in the tent now. It's not very nice out there at all, so we'll be missing out on our usual campsite social. But this Trustfire light up here has done very well. In fact, it's done too well, because I left my inner door open when I went out to take some photos of the tent. And I've just spent the last 10 minutes getting rid of all of the bugs that have flown in when I've been away. There's been crane flies, moths, and some horrible buzzing thing, which I don't know what it was, but it was an odd colour. but they're all out of the tent now, so I can settle down. So I'm going to leave a link for this lamp in the description below this video, and also a discount code so you can get money off. It retails at £40, and I think the discount is for 15%. So just click on the link in the description and it'll take you to there where you can actually put the discount code in if you want to purchase one of these. So see you shortly. Morning all, it's about 6 o'clock. I've been up for absolutely ages. I was probably awake about at least 4. It's just been windy and cold all night, so I set an alarm for the sunrise, which looking around, it doesn't look like we're going to get one, but I'll give it 10 more minutes. I'll show you around in a moment. But the weather's just been horrendous for this time of the year. I mean, it's what, middle back end of August now. It's I bet the wind chill tonight is about 5 degrees or something like that. But it's been quite an unpleasant night, but still enjoyed it. At least we're out in the fresh air. But I'm going to hang around here 10 minutes, see if we've got a sunrise. Right, I'm just looking straight across to the east. It's about 6 o'clock now, and as you can see, I don't think we're going to get much of a sunrise. There's a little bit of colour just coming up over behind Cheviot there. 10 more minutes, see what we'll get. Well, I'm waiting for any potential sunrise. I'm just having a quick look around the walls of this Iron Age fort. Quite impressive actually. I mean, I don't know how high these walls would have been back in the day, but it's been a tough old life. I guess I just lived in wooden structures, and I'm assuming there would have been some kind of wooden fence around this perimeter. Yeah. Imagine living here in the winter. Oh, nightmare. You wouldn't have had Gore-Tex and stuff back then, but quite high some of these walls. Probably the most intact one I've been to yet. Right, that's it. Time to pack up. Sun's coming out nicely now, getting the tent dry. I'd left my vent closed last night because it was raining quite heavy. There's a bit of condensation inside, but I've had the vents open, or the door open all morning, so it's drying out nicely. Had the drone up this morning, so hopefully should get some good footage. I'll check that out when I get home. The lads are just packing their tents up. I'm going to get packed down now and get away, but it's been a good night's camp. Right, there we go. Flat patch of grass, nothing else left. Leave no trace. There's the lads all packed up and raring to go. So 3 mile back the car, all downhill, so it should be nice and easy. Enjoy that one, lads.
Certainly did. It was a cracking one, a nice hill fort.
Hated every minute.
Never again with you anyway, Dave.
Right, let's get down that hill.
I'm going to Spain.
You're going to Spain,
I've
actually.
been going back to Spain. Actually wish I had a 3010 now.
You better have got some good drone footage, mind, Dave.
I did this morning, I hope I did. A lovely morning it is now. Shame we're heading home. Should it be like this last night, shouldn't it, Bob? Typical.
Yeah, it should have been on, shouldn't it?
Yeah. Lovely view of Cheviot. Cheviot's nice and clear, Shill's clear. Windy Gale's clear. And that's, what's that called? Mosey Law Hill, Beef Stand Hill, and Lamb Hill over there. Some nice little trees there, Bob, for camping in.
Aye. Excellent, a mountain hopper that.
Yeah.
Top and bivvy.
Yeah. Nice view of the Iron Age hill fort there. Look at those hills in the distance. Some lovely places to go. Makes such a difference when the sun's out.
You walk on that side, right?
No, but all I'm saying, we'll cross this wall again.
No, yes,
This is
yes,
where
but you know when we
climb
first
through
came
it.
up, you know, Jar, we crossed the wall, John. I think I might have missed a gate beforehand, that's all I was thinking.
We're definitely on the street now, like.
Well, Dave, thanks for getting us lost anyway. You're getting the blame on this one because you know the hills very well. So the Cheviot Yeti is getting the blame.
Go on, John.
Grab that first hit, John.
Just actually walking along the street, which is a ancient drove road. There's a number of them in the Cheviots. This actually takes you straight back to Hownham. Some cows in here. They look pretty calm at the minute anyway. There you go, the street takes you all the way to Alwynton. Hownham to Alwynton. What does that say? Belfast, I think it says. Cheers, Johnny boy. Right, we're just heading down the street back to Hownham and we're just passing this standing stone. It's actually marked on the Ordnance Survey map as standing stone. I've got no idea what the relevance is. But it's been there a long old time. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy there. Right, that's just nearly back at the car, just a few hundred yards to go and it's all downhill. It's been a great camp. The weather spoiled it a little bit last night. It didn't allow us to have our little social session and banter, etc. Or tent bound into our individual tents, but still a great night. Lovely morning this morning for the walk back down. I've had a good camp. You had a good camp?
Yeah, excellent. Difficult pitch last night, very hard, but we managed to do okay.
Yeah. So as always guys, if you like the video, click on like, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.
Adios.